Hi, my name is Matt Viegas. Sorry about the lighting. It's all nice and sunny over here on the west side with the Las Vegas area. So my name is Matthew Vegas, as I mentioned before, and I'm a student at Troy University, Nevada. So this discussion, opportunities and experiences, it's a big one. So first thing I wanted to talk about, so today, in an unexplained series of events, I just finished doing my video testimonial for Smart Success PT, which is one of Greg Todd's courses. So I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk also about Paul Goff's Business Growth School and those online courses, but not just that. As the title states, just opportunities and experiences. And what exactly does that mean? Because those are sort of abstract concepts, and like how can you get yours? How can you be successful? That's crazy, right? So anyways, to get into it. So for me, before coming into PT school, before coming into the field of physical therapy, I knew that I wanted to flesh myself out and just become a better, well-rounded person. And that's sort of what I've been trying to share with the blog posts that I've been doing thus far with my personal journey and the different leadership things that I partook in, my different responsibilities in my undergraduate experience at UC Irvine. So with that, there's a lot that goes into like career planning for yourself, but I'm just going to talk about my story. So one of the things that's really crazy, I'll just preface that like I'm the first DPT student to simultaneously take both Smart Success PT with Greg Todd and Business Growth School with Paul Goff. And just that amount of investment is huge financially from a student's perspective. In the long game, it's going to work itself out. I'm definitely going to see my ROI, return of investment, in the future, and just working towards that. But that's besides the point. The point is opportunities and experiences. So for me, making that jump, taking that leap to go into Smart Success PT, you can probably watch whenever that video testimonial comes up. But for me, it was because I needed to know more. I needed to feel like I'm not stunted with my personal growth, career growth, and what I want to do, what big dreams I have, and the means to accomplish them, and learn from some of the best in the field. And really, I think operating on that basis of success is something that feels very new to me, feels very unfamiliar, because there's just been so many obstacles and hardships along the way. But that in and of itself will be another discussion. You can definitely check out my blog posts about that. So in regards to opportunities, there's so much within the field of physical therapy, with telehealth, with following up with patients, learning about fitness, and really just going in, fleshing out direct access, direct marketing, opening up your own practice as a physical therapist, and what steps it takes to do that. So for me, I'm trying to take advantage of the fact that I'm a student and just use this safety bubble within academia so that I can gather the information that I need to reach my goal. So those were sort of the biggest jumps for why I wanted to not just do Smart Success PT, but also do Paul Goff's Business Growth School, and really learn from people who are already out in the field and get an idea of what struggles they're facing, what mindset they have, how to face different challenges, different things that come up, because being an owner of a clinic is a huge responsibility. Hiring and having to fire, and having this mission, that's like the biggest thing for me. Having a mission, having a purpose, just for me personally and professionally, career-wise. It's something that needs to be fleshed out, but I'm definitely working on and trying to put myself out more on social media and just get my name known. But for you, value for you, it's like with PT, just people don't know what PT is. And in my case, with my family, I actually have 2 family members who are going to chiropractors for their problems, like temporomandibular joint, TMJ issues, or with sciatica. And those are issues that I could treat as a physical therapist, but that's besides the point. The biggest point is that finding who I want to treat, who is my ideal patient. For me, it's so different because I want to focus on peds with working with kids, which is really unusual, but that's just aligns with my personal story and just how I grew up with a brachial plexus injury and knew about PT, OT speech for a long time. And just really finding that inspiration and that drive to push forward, pursue my career goals, and work, just not give a crap about what anyone else says, and just really focus on finding support and knowing who your inner circle is. So with that, where I want to go with that in terms of like finding those opportunities that are out there, one of the biggest things that I already discussed is CSM, which is an annual physical therapy conference, and just how you never know what is going to happen when you go to a place, going to a conference, but just networking, meeting people, making those connections, sharing business cards, sharing contact info, and finding out other people's stories and other people's struggles. It's not something that you can just like put on paper and share, but you can definitely scope people out on websites. That's one of the greatest things about just being in this modern era, this technological era, and just how there's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and just being able to find what people are about and how to flesh that out for yourself with building a following and really narrowing in on what you want to focus on with your passion and what it's going to take to build up. So in my case, I definitely do want to be a private practice owner in the future. One of the biggest experiences that really hit me was just meeting other pediatric physical therapists, because we're not very well known. Like, PTs are movement specialists, and in terms of what's most visible, what's most prevalent are, and I respect all of my colleagues, but like outpatient orthopedic, like musculoskeletal, that's the biggest focus with PTs, or why people pursue the career of PT with fitness. But for pediatrics, I was really interested in meeting someone. Her name is Stacy Menz. How she's from the Bay Area, like myself, has a private practice for kids, for peds. So Starfish Therapies, definitely check it out on YouTube. I knew about that because I was searching for things on YouTube that aligned with what I want to do, aligned with my goals. And really, for me, since pediatrics is like working with kids is something that not everyone wants to do, not too many people want to do, I really want to push and make that more visible, because that has a lot to do with my personal story and just being able to treat patients as people, treat people who the rest of the world might not look at the same, since I am a PT, and just really trying to advocate for my future patients and provide a better world for them. Especially people like myself who have brachial plexus injury, so the nerve bundle in the arm, and just the issues that go along with that. But really just anyone that walks into my clinic. So one of the things I want to mention before I go is how there's one colleague of mine who had this really touching testimonial from a parent who was so overwhelmed by just the experience of her child who has CP, cerebral palsy, and just how my colleague treated her child as if it was her own, and just working towards goals and just being a person and being able to communicate. And that's something that really gets lost within this profession of PT. It's something that a lot of people need to work on. It's more than just, PT is more than just having skills. And I definitely do look at the research, look into the literature as a student. I am definitely intrigued and interested in what's out there and the latest cutting edge technology. But being able to repackage that, repurpose that, communicate it with parents, communicate with a child, and have this transformational experience and accomplish things that no one else would think is possible. I think the biggest thing is for PTs, even just being a coach, being motivational, that in and of itself would be huge. So I'm going to leave it at that. And anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll post this up on YouTube as well. So have a great St. Patty's Day, and I'll see y'all later.